So we have an awkward start to this video because we purchased Starlink and we didn't put a video out on it about our install or anything like that. That is coming in this video. But the install was pretty simple. Some people might want to watch it because we have the barnuminium home. It's all metal. So we had to do a different kind of setup, the way it is on top and the way it's connected on top. And then also we wanted to keep it mobile because in due time we want to travel with it, and that the way we have it set up and hooked up, we can actually take it apart and take it with us.
All right, so why did we get Starlink? Biggest reason, well, two reasons. One, it solved the problem here at home for us because our internet we had before, our internet provider was just horrible. Literally, for us to upload one of these videos, we'd have to do it overnight because nothing else could be drawing any Wi-Fi signal whatsoever for us to get a video up. And also, Joni, being a photographer, she's always uploading large files and sending them off to print, all that kind of stuff, and they always had to be done at night. So now with Starlink, that gives us a lot more flexibility, a lot more bandwidth to be able to, we stream our TV. We are always searching on the internet for new places to camp. We're always searching for the next rig, like all of you probably, and we're still working.
Yeah, we had 12 devices connected to the Starlink.
Okay, so what are our plans for Starlink? Well, of course, it's really meant for just to stay at home, but with Starlink, you do have the option to go mobile with it. Now, mobile comes with an extra fee. I think we're paying over $100 a month for the normal service, like $110.
$110 a month.
Mobile goes to $125 a month, but I think it's monthly. You don't have, it's not a contract. So you go into your app, you just choose the mobile, turn on the mobile feature, and then you can take it with you. The only problem with that is we haven't done it yet. And because I've been doing so much research on it, and a lot of people, and with camping especially, camping is done in the great outdoors and most of the times in the woods. Trees are in the way. So I see it for us, our use will be if we're out boondocking, if we're going to harvest hosting, stuff like that, where there's no trees involved. We're going to have to do a lot of research knowing where we're going to make sure the skies are open so we can get internet.
So we're just coming to you after we've had this for a while. We just didn't want to put it up there and be like, yay, Starlink is great. We've only had one issue in 6 months where we had to get on the app, have the issue fixed. It was fixed instantly. That is not the case with the previous provider. We would have trouble getting through.
We would go days with no service because people are talking about how Starlink is now going to data cap. I will say if they've already started it, we haven't seen any of that yet.
And you didn't get the email. I did on that. And we're not in that throttling for all the stuff we do. I upload a lot of pictures. I download a lot of stuff.
Plus our videos. Stuff like that.
I use a lot of large files all the time. And it even said in our email, for what we've been doing, we're not going to get throttled at all.
And we're constantly streaming television because we don't have any type of provider out here where we live. So
I think another perk that we've run into as well is that before we used to have to set things up through the night. So if I would do pictures, I would upload them through the night, or orders, I'd up through the night. Another thing that we would do is our videos every week through the night. We'd do it. And we had to do it multiple days ahead of time in case it failed. So we had like a day or two as a backup plan.
And that's happened a lot.
Yeah, and it's gotten really frustrating. But with the Starlink, we're uploading, downloading, streaming, searching, and nothing has dropped.
Yeah, all at the same time.
All at the same time, yeah.
So
I can upload and Mike wouldn't even know it now. Versus
I have no idea that she's uploading.
Yeah.
It's been a very nice upgrade to our personal life and our camping life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I put together how I placed it outside the house. Having a steel roof was a different kind of problem, I guess you could say. For me, I didn't want to drill another hole in the roof or anything like that. So what you're about to see was my way of getting around having the Starlink high enough. Well, we don't have any trees around us, so it doesn't matter where I put it. But I wanted it out of the way. I didn't want it to be somewhere the hands could get a hold of it. So.
Are you poking a hole in my house?
Yes.
Okay, you got it. We did bring the Starlink out here just to set it up, get it going on the app, make sure everything works before we actually make it permanent. Because this cord cannot be unplugged and replugged. So this is attached permanently. Then the other end of it is can be unplugged.
I'm gonna put it in stow mode, which means I can unplug it, move it to where our final destination is, and then we unstow it and it should work fine now. That's it. It's in stow mode.
Yes, I just got it. Yes.
This is how we're mounting it to the roof. 400 pounds of pull force on each one of these brackets. So 50 pounds per magnet really is what it comes down to. And we just bolted it to the base itself with washers and lock nuts.
Okay. Going up.
Need the ladder. Now you see how we managed to mount our Starlink, set it all up so we can get the wires out of the house quickly and still be able to take it with us camping. Even though we haven't done it, that we do have plans. All right, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about Starlink or how I mounted it or anything, I do have a mount on the rig now that we'll show when we use it the first time, but please leave comments, share this video, like this video, subscribe to us if you're not, and happy glamping.